J. Robert Oppenheimer recalled his daily schedule at Los Alamos.
We lived about a third of a mile from the laboratory. I would try to get to the laboratory on normal days about 8 or something like that and take our son to nursery school on the way. I would usually break for a little while between 12 and 1 because there was nowhere to eat, no food, and I would come home and then get back. And I worked until 6, perhaps 2 or 3 times a week or 4 times a week. I would go back in the evening.
Heather McClenahan describes how Jerry and Helene Sudam moved into the Oppenheimer house during the 1950s. The house will eventually become part of the Los Alamos History Museum.
In 1958, Jerry and Helene Sudam moved into this house. Jerry was a theoretical physicist who did not work in Los Alamos on the Manhattan Project, but was recruited by Norris Bradbury to come soon after the project was over. And he and Helene moved into this home on Bathtub Row, and Helene tells a wonderful story about how you got houses back then. Was you had a certain number of points. It was based on your position at the laboratory, your salary, your time here, and Jerry and Helene actually tied with another couple, but the person in the housing office liked Jerry a little bit more, so she gave him an extra point, and the Sudams were able to get the house. In 2003, the Sudams donated the house in a life trust to the Los Alamos Historical Society. And so, whenever they decide to move out, this house will become a museum.
The Oppenheimer house was also where scientists gathered for parties during the Manhattan Project. But as Helene Sudam describes, even there they would talk about work.
When I was showing the house where we lived to someone several years ago, they asked when they had parties at the Oppenheimer home, did they discuss scientific items? Later, I asked someone who knew, and they said, oh, yes, we did. Oppie would look around and say, I now declare this a secure area, and then they would start discussing their problems, which is very logical because the whole town was secure.